still working that out. He threw yesterday. I watched it. It was really good. But, he hadn't been out there yet to throw again, to run around. I know he feels good, but we're still kind of mulling that over the next couple of days. We'll see how he is when we get out there and talk about it today. And then we're kind of leaving a lot of options open as to what if he passes the test today and everything, and just kind of see going forward.
Scott. Oh, that's fine. You've locked up another key guy of your core group. What does it mean to just know that you have so many valuable players for a lot of time?
No, it's great. I think Alex has done a great job. And I think it is a great job in identifying these, because they're all really good people. They're quality young men. They're dedicated to what they're doing. They're consistent in what they're doing. And I think it's good. I mean, when you identify the talent that these guys have and to get them, and it's good for the room, I think, in there, that clubhouse, to know these guys are all going to be together now for a while. I think it's strong. It's organizationally and for our club. I'm happy for Spence. It's, as I've gotten to know him over the course of the year, I've just continued to be more and more impressed by him. And just the total person.
Scott, and then Justin.
Hey, Snit, for Strider, how long do you think he could go if he is good to go? Like, how have you been maintaining keeping him stretched out, or is bullpen an option?
No, everything's an option, quite honestly. We really don't know, like I say, he's going to have to pass the test today. Yet. I mean, like I say, I know he feels good. When you guys saw him here coming in, I saw him before he came in, but he hadn't been outside and thrown the ball around and ran around yet. We anticipate him being really good because he was yesterday in the pen, and we're still kind of mulling over what's the right thing for us and him and how to use him.
Justin.
Snit, you guys spoke very highly of the Cardinals when you played them last month. What did you think of what the Phillies did in that series?
I think the Phillies are hitting on all cylinders. They got everybody back. Their starting pitching is really good. They've, their circle of trust in that bullpen. They've worked through some issues there. I think that's really a really good bullpen, and they're playing really, really well now.
And what's the latest on Ozzie?
He got his cast off, and he's, it's just now just getting strength and flexibility. The whole thing. We'll take him with us this week as he continues to progress, but as I say, he's been in a cast for however many weeks, and it's just kind of loosening things up and getting his strength back.
Kelly?
Along those lines, the last couple of days, just what they've meant for your guys to get a little rest, get in here. What were some of the workouts like?
No, it's
as far
good.
as Freed and where he feels.
No, Max is feeling really, really good. We had good workouts. I mean, we had. Just kind of gave him a couple of days off, and then it's kind of like spring training a little bit the last couple of days. We've gotten a lot of lives. We're going to do it again today with the group that we had in Gwinnett and the holding, like the taxi squad type things down there. We've brought, like 6 innings of pitching over every day and catchers, and so these guys have gotten a lot of live BPs, and along with all their other defensive work and all that also. So. I mean, they ran the bases yesterday and the whole thing, so it's been kind of like a spring training atmosphere here. It's been good. It's been really good.
Snit on your back right.
Snit, good morning.
Morning.
It's going to be Philly, but the way your team finished the season, does it give you the confidence that it really didn't matter who it's going to be?
No, you know what? I think when you get to the postseason, you got to go through everybody. I mean, it doesn't. We didn't care who we played. We have to play. And these guys will be ready to go. And like I said, I never heard one guy mention about who we're going to play. It's just about playing and being here now and being in the division series. And because you know what, you're going to have to go through everybody if you want to get to where you want to go.
Snit, how important was it to get out of that wild card chance and getting the rest that you needed to have so many players have the opportunity to come back for the NLDS?
Well, no, it was for how we got there. We needed a couple of days off. We rode them bullpen guys extremely hard last week. And so I think it was good to, it's a burden. I mean, it's a good and a curse in some ways too. I don't know that we needed 5 days off, but it is what it is. But I think we've done a good job of staying as ready as we possibly could. Position players and especially the bullpen needed some time.
Justin?
Who will start game one for you guys?
Max.
Okay.
Max will start.
You've seen him develop throughout the last few years. What has made him, what's the quality that makes him a big game pitcher, one of those guys that we look at?
I don't know that Max is. He's like a lot of the great ones. He's never satisfied. He's always looking for an edge. He's always looking to improve on something. He just continues to study, to work, to, figure out a way. I mean, he's just always wanting to get better. And I think that's true of all the really good players.
Do Scott and then Jeff and Mark.
Snit, how cool is it for you to see Rob Thomson as a lifer get this opportunity and really thrive? And what do you think it says about a role like this for that kind of path?
No, it's great. I was very happy for him. I mean, he's done everything. He's one of those guys that's, been in the minor leagues, fought his way to the big leagues, been a coach, a third base coach, man, the whole thing, and it makes me feel good. It's kind of, obviously, to see a guy like that get a chance and do well with it, because, he gets it. He understands, and I'm really happy for him.
Brian, this is 5 years now. Have you gotten any better at having a sense for how your team is going to do in the postseason as you go into it?
Yeah, no, I don't know that I don't know that you ever do. I don't know that you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, and I don't ever take anything for granted. I understand how tough it is to win a playoff series, but no, I haven't gotten any better to think that what's going to happen tomorrow or the rest of the week.
Just as a quick follow-up, in any of the previous four, was there any that completely blindsided you, either one way or the other?
Yeah, I mean, that Game 5 against St. Louis a few years ago, we talked about, when we went into that one, we talked about everything but what happened in that game. And it was like 20 minutes into it, we were done. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, you never know what the heck's going to happen when you play a playoff game. Big thing, you know what? You play all year, you grind all year, you do try to do all the right things to get yourself in this situation that we're in right now. So, and after that, you just never know what's going to happen.
Mark?
Will Kyle start game 2?
That's where we're leaning now, yeah.
It was just kind of thinking of Charlie, where he pitches, where Kyle pitches. Is that kind of part of the debate?
Yeah.
Snit, how different does it make things going against a team that you faced 19 times this year already, and you guys just know each other so well?
Yeah, I mean, it's good because then we don't have to just sit in that room and beat ourselves up for 3 hours when you're doing advancements, because we just played them 7 times, 10 days ago or whatever it was. So we're very familiar with them. They are us. They're back to full strength too. I mean, they're playing very well. They got that edge. They just got done with a tough, series, but it's you still have to execute. You still got to do your thing, and it should be a good series.
Any last ones for Snit? Maria?
Snit, you mentioned that how important it was for the clubhouse to know that so many of those guys will be around for a while together. How often have you seen that in your time in baseball? Why is it so important?
Well, not a lot in my experiences here in this job. We had a core group, all the 14-year run that was here together. But I think it's kind of neat here. These guys all came up together. They're all, been young major leaguers together, and now to see, to know that they're all going to be together here, because it's a good group. It's a tight group, and they're good. They're great young men. So I think that's even more encouraging within your organization, that you have that type of a nucleus that you can know it's going to be here every year.
Kelly?
Sorry, just one more. To follow up with Freed, what has he done as far as trying to stay on track? And I mean, has he thrown aside?
Yeah. Size, the whole thing, working out, all that. He's doing all the baseball activities. that he needed to do, and just the rest, and he's starting to look good again, getting some, he was didn't look great for a while there. I mean, he was he got a bug, and but he's he's feeling good and ready to go.
Knowing that Max in his first World Series game nearly broke his ankle and now is all the way back to being Game 1 starter, what have you seen of him as a dominant pitcher and being able to pitch like under pressure?
No, he's experienced all that. I mean, he's got a lot of postseason experience under his belt, and a lot of confidence in him. I think he's got a lot of confidence in himself, as rightly he should. And that experience is big. I think this time of year is guys. They go to NLCS's World Series, the whole thing. I mean, it's makes them stronger and believe in themselves even more.